Welcome, friend. I'm Chimi, the inquirer of plots, suspector of sequels, and more importantly, your seductive host this evening. Tonight's film is The Bride of Frankenstein, constructed in 1935, starring Boris Karloff. We'll see what happens in this tale of ghoul meets world. On a stormy night, Percy and Lord Baron praise Mary Shelley for her story of Frankenstein and his ghoulish creation. Mary reminds them that her intention was to impart a moral lesson. Then she proceeds to advance in her gracefully gruesome story. Villagers gathered around the burning windmill cheering the apparent death of the monster. Their joy is shattered by the realization that Henry Frankenstein is dead. But Hans, the father of the girl the creature accidentally drowned in the previous film, wants to see the monster's bones. He proceeds to fall into a flooded pit underneath the mill, where the very much alive monster strangles him. Hans' wife mistakes the monster for her husband and helps him out of the pit. The monster cast Hans' wife to her death in the same pit which he murdered her husband. The monster then encounters Minnie, who runs in terror and tries to warn the others, but they do not believe her. Elizabeth, seeing Henry move, realizes that he is still alive. Later, Henry's former instructor from his many years in the university, Dr. Pretorius, calls Henry away in the black of night and shows him several of his creations, which is a queen, a king, an archbishop, a devilish-looking creature, as well as a ballerina, and finally a mermaid. Pretorius wishes to work with Henry and to create a mate for the monster, and offers a toast in their partnership. Upon forcing Henry to agree to this partnership, Pretorius will grow the artificial brain while Henry gathers the parts for the mate. In the meantime, the monster saves a young shepherdess from drowning, but upon seeing him she screams in terror, which alerts two nearby hunters who shoot him. The two hunters raise a mob which capture the monster and puts him in the dungeon, which he soon escapes and runs into the woods. That night, the monster encounters a gypsy family and burns his hands on fire while trying to find something to eat. Following the music of a violin leads the monster to an old cabin, where he befriends a blind old hermit who takes him in and teaches him how to speak. Two lost hunters stumble upon the cottage and recognize the monster. One of the hunters tries to shoot the monster, but then the monster lunges at him. Amongst the commotion, the cottage catches on fire. Taking refuge from another angry mob, the monster hides in a crypt. That's where he meets Pretorius. Pretorius then tells him that he wants to make him a friend. The monster agrees to help Pretorius strong-arm Frankenstein into helping out with this project. Now married, Henry and Elizabeth are visited by Pretorius. Pretorius is now ready for Henry to do his part, but Henry refuses even after Pretorius calls the monster in. Then Pretorius secretly signals the monster to kidnap Elizabeth. Pretorius promises Henry that he'll return Elizabeth safely once the project is complete. They hear a storm brewing. They're getting ready to pull the levers that would release the electricity into the corpse and, well, you know the drill by now.
She's alive! Alive! The Bride of Frankenstein.
Upon realizing that she doesn't want to be friends, the monster goes on a destructive rampage.
Right, others. Look out! The lever! Get away from that lever! You'll blow us all to ash! Henry! Under the bed! Get back! Yes! Go! You live! Go! You stay! We belong dead!
I guess they weren't made for each other after all. But in all sincerity, this film makes you ask why. Why would they add a self-destruct lever? Well, skin is green, hair is black. I hope next time you will be back.